Biggs and Grindberg, Grindberg and Biggs,
Berg and Biggs
Biggs and Grind.
and Grindberg.
Oh, did you hit
Grindberg
record?
and Biggs. Oh yeah, man.
Oh, welcome to the Fantasy Forecast with Grindberg and Biggs. He is Grindberg. I am Biggs. Producer. Welcome to the show. I'm Biggs. He is Grindberg. We are here with our rising running backs, guys who benefited from being drafted in the end. Everybody benefits from being drafted. Guys that benefited one way or another from being the 2024 NFL draft. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit the bell. Comment. Let us know if we're stupid. Let us know if we're wrong. Share the video, all of that stuff, and let's get to it. So, in our last two episodes, previously on Fantasy Forecast, we talked about quarterbacks, we talked about wide receivers, and today we're going to be talking about running backs, and I'm going to be talking about a running back who is very close to my heart. The running back I'm talking about is new Las Vegas Raiders running back Dylan Laube, erstwhile of University of New Hampshire. He was a small school guy, drafted in the late rounds, very short, very athletic. Sounds like another guy that Tom Telesco acquired a few years ago when he signed a guy named Austin Eckler as an undrafted free agent. Dylan Laube is in that class, in that style. He's going to start off the year by returning kicks. They're going to play around with the new kick return rules and everything. One of the things that I have shared across all platforms in all of my videos the entire draft season, and I'm sure it's a broken record to Grindberg at this point, but the Raiders need a third down back, and that's who they got. They got Dylan Laube. Now, here's the thing. Dylan Laube, coming off a season at New Hampshire where he had about 1,500 yards, 700 of that receiving. Dylan Laube is one of the most refined route runners in the running back community, and that's perfect for coming in and spelling Zamir White. He returned kicks and punts at University of New Hampshire, and he was very, very good at it. He has talked to the Raiders coaching staff already and said he is down for special teams. That's the one thing that they're looking for, is for a young guy to come in hungry and willing to work, and Dylan Laube is that, and that's what breeds opportunity for rookies. When rookies come in and they're like, give me the damn ball, I am the best. Coaches don't want to see that. When they come in and they say, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get on the field. Do I have to block in pass situations? I'll do it. Do I have to play gunner on a punt? I'll do it. Do I have to go down and make a tackle on kickoffs? I'll do it. Do I have to take one to the house and kick return? I'll do it. And Dylan Laube is that guy. Now, his running back room competition is Alexander Madison, who's not good, and Amir Abdullah, who is not good and also very old. Dylan Laube is going to take over that third down back role, and if anything happens to Zamir White, that job is Dylan Laube's. The job belongs to Laube.
Lob it up for Laube.
So even though it was a back end of the draft pick for the Raiders, I think Dylan Laube is going to outplay his draft capital in Las Vegas, and he's going to outplay his ADP in redraft fantasy. Do I think he gets on the field enough to be rostered? Maybe. Probably not, but if circumstances bounce the right way, he could be a playoff winner for you. So even if you don't draft him, which I may not, keep an eye on him. Put him in your watch list.
Yeah, I agree.
And we wouldn't have said that if he hadn't been drafted, or if he had been drafted into a different situation. I wouldn't even be. I liked him, but I wouldn't be as high on him.
Yeah, I agree. And Dylan Laube, what a receiving threat he was, right? I mean, and that's what it is. I don't think he's gonna like cut into Zamir White too terribly in the running game, but I think he could be a good complementary guy. Like he has that upside there to be a receiving guy and somebody that you should probably have your radar as in the later on in the drafts because there, like you said, that running back two position is wide open in that room, and he could break out for sure.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what makes the Danny Woodhead comparisons, the Austin Eckler comparisons so apt is that Austin Eckler didn't come in and was just like the bell cow back taking handoffs right away. He played special teams. He like worked his way into the system. The Chargers figured out how they could use him as a weapon, and then he became Austin Eckler. That he's got that prototypical third down receiving back athletic profile and production profile, and sometimes that leads to sometimes that leads to bigger and better things.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So you guys and girls out there, circle Dylan Laube on your watch list. And here's another guy I'm going to talk about that should also very much be on your watch list, especially after the landing spot. The Chargers are getting a gem by adding an all-time great from Troy University. He was a 3-year starter at the school. Kamani Vidal set new records and new heights at the running back position in that backfield. He finished as Troy's setting all-time leading rusher at 4,000 yards, single season, records and single game rushing records for the school. He was a true workhorse over that time. He put up quite the final season at Troy. He rushed for 1,600 yards on 297 carries, finishing as the second most rushing yards in the country. He also topped the 100-yard mark 7 times last season. He's only 5'8", but he is over 200 pounds at 213. He wasn't the biggest back, but he did force a lot of missed tackles in 2023 with 94 of them. Crushed his senior year, earning third-team All-American honors. He is just very impressive. His numbers go just deeper than counting stats. As a Troy's workhorse back, Vidal finished tied for third in the country, with rushing grade, 200 carries or more. Vidal ran a ton last year. He ran 300 total touches. Now he enters one of the best situations you can ask for. Some expected the Chargers to pick up a back earlier in the draft, but bringing on Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins on the roster fizzled that flame. We can expect Gus to be the early goal line hammer, but J.K. Dobbins, I'm not so convinced he's gonna get a substantial role. That means the door is open for Kamani Vidal. He has a chance to play a substantial role immediately for the Chargers. Vidal is my RB5 in this rookie class after the landing spot and should put up high-end RB3 numbers to start 2024. I'm saying it to you right now. Draft Kamani Vidal in your later rounds in your draft. Stash him on your bench and watch him lead you to a fantasy football championships, because that's what we're doing here. We're building fantasy championships on the fantasy forecast. So yeah, man, Kamani Vidal. You're on mute, Biggs.
Oh, I know. I knew that. I had to shut the dog up. Kamani Vidal is dummy thick. He's thick. He's thick with 3 C's.
Love it. Yeah. Is that all you got?
He's thick. I like Kamani Vidal. He got I mentioned in our quarterback show my first rookie draft of the year, and I had Kamani Vidal in my queue. And I know I had to wait a long time, but I mean, we're talking like end of the 3rd round he got taken. I was disappointed. And then my next guy got taken, and I was disappointed. And then my next guy got taken, I was disappointed. And who did I wound up... I forget now. I got one of the guys that I wanted, but not the... He wasn't the first of the 4 backup running backs that I'm hoping on.
Sweet.
And
Well,
Jordan Travis.
yeah, man. So that wraps us up this week for our, risers from the NFL draft. Next week, we're going to bring you 3 shows, and we're going to be covering the fallers that we have at each position in the NFL draft. So,
Isaac Garendo.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. Isaac Garendo. He just mentioned a name there. Anyways, we appreciate all the viewers viewing and listening to our show on Spotify, overseas, and whatnot on the Fantasy Football Advice Network. You can find us all here. Biggs, what do you got for us, buddy?
Shout out Vietnam. Shout out India. Shout out Portugal. What's up, you guys? Comment. Let us know what the fantasy football scene in Vietnam looks like.
Yeah, buddy. And stay tuned, because we're bringing the heat, we're bringing the rain, we're bringing the cloud, and we're bringing the sun. No rain.
For the forecast is just blistering, oppressive heat.
All right.
Let's go. I hope you win.
Hope you win.